I don't know why I thought a tooth was gonna grow in my throat, but I was worried. Welcome again to my tens and tens of friends. It's me, Teacher TJ. I like my hair. So I have locks, and if it's not one thing that I love, it's style, fashion, hair, and the like. So I started off with just this twisted, or I don't know what you call that, but my loctician, she did that. She gave it a retwist, and then she styled this and the rows, and then the back is just down. And if you see my other video, I had it in two ponytails, and now I just pinned it up, and I have lots more styles to go with these twists that's in the front because locks are fun, right? I love mine. Anyway, today I will be rewinding and reviewing Abbott's Elementary Season 3, Episode 9, Alex. The show starts with the teachers, Barbara and Melissa. They have their students in the lunchroom. They're having lunch, but it's so quiet in there. And they're like, well, it's too quiet in here because they're on their phones, as is Ava as well. So they began to show the kids a hand game, and it might have been Miss Mary Mack or something. Then the girls start theirs, and it's of today, and it's talking about girls rule, boys drill, fossil fuels, and it just got pretty dark real fast. So they're like, okay, maybe just use your phones again. But I want to ask you guys, who remember Slide? Like when I was in junior high, high school, maybe junior high and elementary, but I don't remember. But it could have been elementary. We used to do Slide. Who remember Slide? And what was the highest you got up to on Slide? Drop that down in the comments. The show opens up with a student talking to Mr. Eddie, and she's letting him know that her tooth is loose, and she's lost a tooth before, and she swallowed it. And she wants to know what to do when she loses her next tooth. Should she just swallow it, eat it like she did the last tooth? Have y'all ever swallowed one of y'all teeth as a kid? I have. I don't know why I thought a tooth was gonna grow in my throat, but I was worried when I swallowed my tooth. First of all, I went to bed excited that it was loose, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get a visit from the tooth fairy who never really came anyway. But it was so loose, and I ended up swallowing it in my sleep, and it totally freaked me out. And I know that I swallowed it because I was asleep, but I could feel myself swallowing it. Yeah, it sounds gross. It was gross, and I still wanted to know, like, how do I get my money now? Because there's a missing tooth. That tooth still counts. But needless to say, I don't know what happened with that. Apparently, I must have pooped it out at some point, but I didn't really check for it, so it's somewhere. Mr. Eddie is working on his proposal for the Garden Goofballs. Turns out they're being awarded a grant. Superintendent the superintendent offered Janine a full-time position, and she is going to take it. All the teachers are sad, but I think we all saw that coming. But I don't think she's really going to leave, or maybe she'll leave and go back because season 5. I'm trying to remember if she's a teacher or not in season 5. I don't know. I can't keep up. I'm confusing myself at this point. And Mr. Hill's class, he's working on a smart board, and he's showing the students how he recognizes when AI is being used to write a paper, which is the thought I always had. Like, at this point, do the kids got to know anything? Can't they just Google and AI it? But apparently there's a program where it shows if the students are using AI to do their work. So he also runs through some emails from Barbara and Melissa, and he finds out that they've been using AI to write his emails. The teacher comes to Mr. Eddie's class to let him know that one of his students have missed about 3 or 4, maybe even 6 days. So Mr. Eddie lets the school secretary know, and she says, 7, that's not that many. And he was like, well, count today, that might be 8. She's like, whoa,
Looks like
8?
Alex has 7 unexcused absences. That's not so bad.
Oh, plus today, so 8.
8? No, that's very bad.
It is?
If he misses 2 more days, he's got to go to family court to schedule an appearance at truancy court, and then he gets held back.
Just 2 more absences? Well, has anyone tried calling this house?
The district has an automated phone system that calls the students' homes.
Do we know if anyone's gotten through to his family? What do we do if Alex still isn't showing up?
That's the extent of our protocol.
But after that 8th absence, things changed drastically for that student and his family. Janine stopped by Abbott to let the teachers know that she is considering taking a full-time position, and all of the teachers are sad. And Ava's trying to act like she's happy and she's looking for the replacement already, and I think she's sad too. But she did tell her she was trespassing and that she was going to get the security to come escort her off the premises because she no longer worked there. Mr. Eddie is trying to get to the bottom of what's going on with Alex and why he's missing so much school. So it turns out that Alex misses Mrs. Teagues, or him, the grandmother just says his old teacher. So he's actually just staying at home being watched by his grandmother. Oh, Jacob is upset that the teachers have been responding to his long emails using AI. And Melissa and Barbara promises him that they will not use AI anymore unless his emails are too long. Gregory spoke to Janine, and they were both going over the process of being truant, which turns out in the end, the student will have to end up going to court. Gregory says,
Text you, but I'm guessing you heard already.
So you already know about Alex Perkins?
Alex Perkins, from my class, what's going on with him? Everything okay?
Oh, yeah, he hasn't been coming to class. He has 9 absences, 1 more.
He has to go to truancy court and gets held back a year.
Yeah, I can't imagine having to go to court as a 2nd grader.
Oh my God, how is this happening? This is very out of character for him. Something must be going on.
I know. We just found out he lives right across the street. I was thinking about going to his house.
We cannot go to his
so
house.
they decide to meet with Alex's grandmother together to visit, to see what's going on, and to hopefully prevent them from having to go to truancy court. But it's school policy that they cannot visit students at home regardless of whatever. So they decided, okay, we're going to go over here, which is already against policy, but we cannot go inside. But of course, Janine goes inside. Meanwhile, Ava is going through a interview process to fill Janine's position, and basically she's not looking for a short teacher who wears a jelly bean belt. When Gregory and Janine speak to Alex, they find out that Alex hasn't been going to school because Miss Teagues hasn't been going to school. So Miss Teagues lets him know that she has gotten a new job at the district, so she won't be coming to school anymore. And Mr. Eddie actually found out in that moment. Ava has hired Janine's replacement, whom seems to be someone kind of like her. So that ought to be interesting. Barbara and Melissa found out that Jacob, while he's mad at them for not replying to them using, like, writing their emails for real, they find out that Jacob has actually been sending emails to Mr. Johnson, replying to Mr. Johnson's newsletters using AI. So he actually had to read Mr. Johnson's newsletter, and he promised Mr. Johnson that he won't reply to him using AI anymore. While Mr. Eddie and Janine visited Alex, they found out that they asked Alex what did he want to do when he grow up, and he said that he wants to be on The Price is Right. And they explained to him, well, you'll need math and gym and science and all of the things from school in order to be on The Price is Right. They convinced Alex to go to school every day. And at the end of the show, Janine and Gregory speak on the phone, and they both seem sad about Janine leaving. And Janine actually told I guess he was the secretary, that she needed more time to, think about the position, and then the show end. Thank you so much again to my tens and tens of friends for watching. If you have not subscribed, please click that subscribe button. I know there were some things that I asked you to comment about. Please leave a comment down below, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, 10.